speaking of gambling, speaking of the NFL, including our boy, the dumbest of the dumb. Seriously, look, I've always told my kids, if you're going to rob a bank, rob it for $1 billion. Don't rob it for 20 cents. Don't rob it for 50 bucks. So this guy on the Colts, Isaiah Rodgers, is getting ready to get suspended today. Apparently, the NFL, according to a little scrappy Shefty, says a handful of NFL players, including Colts corner and kick returner Isaiah Rodgers, are expected to receive season-long suspensions for allegedly gambling. Here's my problem. And I do think this is a Colts fan. I think Isaiah Rodgers is a really good dude. A really, really, really good dude. Like every time I hear Isaiah Rodgers speak, it's great. Every time I watch Isaiah Rodgers play, he gets better and better and better. He was kind of drafted out of UMass because he's fast, but here's where Isaiah Rodgers is stupid. He bet like 25 to 50 bucks, and here's what you need to know if you're a Colts fan. You need to know, did he bet on the Colts or did he bet against the Colts? And if he did, then guess what? I don't know if he should only be suspended for a year. Why is Pete Rose kicked out forever? And these guys in the NFL are going to get year-long suspensions. Now, if he didn't, I think it's ridiculous to even suspend him, just my opinion. I'm sure I'm wrong about this, but look, the only reason he's being suspended is because he gambled in their, quote, building on 56th Street, at least in Isaiah Rodgers, which I think is asinine because in their building, they host DraftKings officials in their building. They host FanDuel officials in their building. Hell, they've had criminals of epic proportion in every NFL building, and we're going to be mad because Isaiah Rodgers and his buddy are like, hey, man, who do you like tonight? Duke's playing Carolina. I like Duke. And they did it in the sanctuary of their building. My ass. That's the dumbest thing ever. Look, it's idiotic that he decides he's going to gamble on football when he's a football player. I get it. But it's even more ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, that where he did it matters. Who gives a rat's if he did it down the street or if he did it in the locker room? Who cares? I mean, you've sold yourself out, NFL. Look, gamble on football, gamble on your team, gamble against your team, you're done. It's over. Goodbye. Everybody knows that. People used to ask me all the time, did you gamble on games that you announced? And I'm like, no, not really. I should have. I don't know. I didn't want the hassle. I mean, I didn't want to be worried about, well, is it the over, is it the under? So I didn't do it. But I get it. Like, if I did, who cares? I don't influence the game. But if you're influencing the game, if you're influencing the outcome, then you got a problem. Then I got a problem anyway. You may not have a problem. Again, we live in a third world country. But if you're dumb enough to do that, then probably more than a year. And if we never find out that he did that, then I think the NFL stinks. I want to know if he did it. And I want to know honestly, because we don't get honest answers anymore. But if he did it as a Colts fan, I don't want him on the Colts. If he didn't do it, then I really don't care. Seriously, I don't. But I know I'm supposed to. I know that I'm supposed to care about this if he gambled on Duke, North Carolina, or Indiana, Purdue, football, basketball, whatever, but I don't. Because the only thing they're mad about is he did it in the facility. Hey, look, that ain't church, people. When I go to church, I always wear long pants and I don't bring my phone in. And I never wear flip-flops. I was sitting next to a group the other day as a dad with 4 kids. He's got flip-flops on, shorts, and a T-shirt. I thought he was an idiot. I did. I'm like, hey, a little respect. Jesus wore flip-flops. Well, you're not Jesus. So there are certain things that you don't do. But putting a bet down off of your phone on a basketball, hockey, whatever game from the locker room, my ass. NFL locker room is not church. Stop it. Stop acting like it is. It's ridiculous. John Murray.